people do not understand what maingaining means.
But a lot of people, for some reason, don't get the concept because really on YouTube, there's no one that really goes in depth on maingaining and how to actually properly do it. But I understood the concept and I decided to actually try it out myself. It has now been almost 7 months of me maingaining, and I can tell you that maingaining absolutely works, and I'll tell you exactly how I did it. First, to begin with, the only time that you should be bulking and cutting is when your body fat needs to change. So for example, you just finished a bodybuilding show, or you're really shredded, you're really skinny. You need to bulk because you are at an unhealthy body fat percentage. Anything under 12% is unhealthy body fat. You need to bulk so you get to this healthy body fat. And then at that healthy body fat, that's actually when you can build muscle. So me personally, when I first started maingaining or trying to maingain, I was shredded. I was like 7% body fat. So what I did was bulked. But on my bulk, you'll see the picture, I gained almost 0 muscle. And you want to know why? You can't build muscle when you are too low of a body fat, even if you're bulking. When you get to this healthy body fat level, you want to stay there. If you get too high of a body fat, it becomes a lot harder to build muscle. It becomes a lot harder to cut down when you need to. So a lot of bodybuilders, including Chris Bumstead, after they bulk from their shredded body fat percentage, they stay at, let's say, 12 to 15% body fat for professional bodybuilders, because then that makes their prep a lot easier. They don't have to lose as much muscle. They don't have to diet as hard. They don't need to make their lives harder. You can gain muscle at a healthy body fat percentage. Every time you adjust your calories either up or down, let's say you go up from the 15% body fat where you're at, 3,000 calories. Let's say I went to 3,200 calories. My body fat would have went higher. If I wanted to lose body fat, I would have cut calories, go to 2,500, and then I would have lost body fat. The amount of calories you eat is only a tool to adjust your body fat. It is not a tool to enhance muscle growth. That is a common misconception that people have. People believe that when they bulk, that just means they're gonna put on muscle. First of all, you're going to put on almost 100% fat. You only could put on so much muscle in a given year. You can't expedite how much muscle you put on. A beginner in the gym only could put on 10 pounds of muscle in a year. So if you're putting on more than 10 pounds of muscle ever in a year, there is something drastically wrong. You're putting on body fat way too much, which is why I believe maingaining is the best. Because if you can stay at this healthy body fat year round, you will be able to put as much muscle as possible that your body allows you to. When you're constantly bulking and cutting, you are shortening your window of when you could actually put on muscle. Maingaining also promotes just being healthier. When you're constantly going up and down in weight, that's not healthy. That causes hormonal problems. It can cause muscle loss. It can cause yo-yo dieting all the time, having restrictions. It can lead to eating disorders because you have this, 4 months of bulking where you can eat whatever you want, but then you have this cutting where you have to be super restrictive. When you could just maingain, you can fit in your cheat foods with your maintenance calories, do some cardio if you want to eat even more calories at your maintenance, and you can have a year round of eating basically whatever you would like within reason, staying at your calories. You don't have to worry about being too fat. You don't have to worry about having to cut down later, and you're just continuously training super hard and gaining muscle. So to gain muscle when you're maingaining, you need to have things checked in. You need to have your volume properly checked in. You don't want to be doing junk volume all the time. You want to be training properly, making sure that you're progressive overloading, adding 2.5 pounds or a rep to every lift as much as possible. If you're not doing these things when you're maingaining, you're just going to stay the same. You really need to push yourself in the gym and make sure that you have your sleep down, your water down, making sure you're not missing meals. Spread out your meals. Try to get at least 4 meals a day. Train super hard, and then you'll start gaining muscle. So when I got to the body fat percentage after being shredded that I wanted to be, I was eating 2,700 calories. Since I got to that body fat that I wanted, I've gained 19 pounds in 6 months, and now I'm eating 3,000 calories. So while you're maintaining and you're staying at this healthy body fat range, let's say you're trying to stay around 15, you are going to, after a few months of training super hard and getting all your meals in and progressive overloading, you're going to start losing weight because your body's putting on muscle and your maintenance calories is going up. So that's when you adjust a little bit. That's how I adjusted 300 calories, even though I stayed roughly around the same body fat percentage. Because over time, over months and months of training super hard, you're going to gain muscle, of course, hopefully, and that will increase your maintenance. A lot of people think that when you maingain, you don't gain weight. You gain weight, but you're keeping the same body fat. It's very different in a bulk where you're changing your body fat and you're gaining weight. The reason I preach maintaining is that you can stay the same body fat but gain weight And if you want to not gain weight and literally just maintain, you will slowly lose fat over time. I'm a victim of bulking too hard and then cutting way too hard as well. So for me, I don't feel like bulking and cutting is something I'll ever do again, because I experienced what it's like to be on the extreme end of cutting and the extreme end of bulking. You don't want to be on either, especially when you can just be at a healthy range of maintaining. There's a reason that bodybuilders and fitness professionals like Greg Doucette, very successful coach, he's coached IFBB pros. There's a reason why these people do maintain when they get to a healthy body fat percentage. They really don't want to push their body fat too high and make it hard on them cutting. I promise you that if you are training properly, I have videos on how to train properly, you will gain muscle while maintaining. If you want more content like this, I'm here to help you guys achieve your fitness goals. So please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I have videos on training, how to track your calories. So I wanted to go a little more in depth today and go talk about maintaining. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.